Thousands of residents have been told to evacuate their homes in Sydney's west as the weekend's heavy rain travels downstream through the Hawkesbury River. After several major flood events in the past 18 months, Hawkesbury Valley residents are angry at the state government for a lack of action to mitigate flood disasters.
Touch and go as water laps at the top of the North Richmond Bridge on the Hawkesbury River. The river here peaked early on Monday morning and will hopefully slowly recede from here. Further downstream at Windsor, moderate flooding is running fast under the Windsor Bridge. Scenes all too familiar over the past year.
In the area where I live, there's about half the community gets flood impacted. I've never seen so many for sale signs go up.
Well, in 1956 we had the water went over the bridges, I think 6 or 7 times, 1956. But what we've had in the last 18 months, since January 2021, this is the 4th time we're going to have a flood in that time period. Yeah, I've never seen it like that before.
3,000 residents in the Hawkesbury Valley have been told by the SES to leave their homes and head to higher ground. And according to the federal member for Macquarie, the locals are fed up at a lack of action.
The state government has ruled it out completely, and that is making people very angry. I have had so many emails in the last few days about why didn't the state government, knowing that this was coming, knowing we're in another La Nina, why didn't they do something to provide us with a bit of airspace in the dam for a bit of peace of mind?
Last week, Premier Dominic Perrottet reaffirmed his government's commitment to raising the Warragamba Dam wall by 14 metres, declaring it critical state infrastructure. But according to Hawkesbury Mayor Sarah McMahon, they need something now.
The New South Wales government needs to get on with protecting the Hawkesbury and look at both short-term and long-term mitigation options to minimise the impact of these floods.
Many people are angry. I'm a bit inclined to sort of go along with the flow, but certainly there's talk about the dam. Some people say it should be raised, some people say it shouldn't. It's hard to know just what's right and what's the best thing to do.
The State Emergency Service conducted 40 flood rescues over the weekend and are warning residents in the state's central and southwest to prepare to be isolated by floodwater.
Despite the rain stopping, we still are seeing the river rises. So we are expecting to see major flooding occurring and impacting communities of Forbes and Warren and Gunnedah. And it's in all likelihood that Warren will become isolated over the coming days.
Threat is very much there, and I think people have got to be on high alert. They've got to understand that even where we're seeing some areas now that are experiencing blue skies, it may take several days, may take several weeks before those rivers actually peak.
Those blue skies are not going to last. Another rain ban will hit the state and produce heavy rain across inland areas once again from Wednesday.
So our areas of concern at the moment are predominantly in Western New South Wales. We have some concerns around the Wagga area and further south from there. We are moving some additional resources into Western New South Wales to assist with the change in the weather event on Thursday and Friday.
Relentless rain and relentless flooding, adding to the hardships of trying to live off the land.
Last week we jointly declared 27 LGAs as disaster affected in New South Wales with the state government, so I would expect that financial support will start to follow quite soon as a result of that, and certainly as we see this rainfall unfold and more areas affected, we'd be very willing to provide whatever financial support is needed.
Kenny Heatley, Sky News, Richmond.